Wow, what a 4 days it has been since the Pixel Fold landed at my doorstep. So, during unboxing and using it initially, I had a kind of mixed reaction. So, after 4 days, has my initial expression changed? So, let's find out, shall we? So, let's talk about some good things I like and some things which I don't. To start off with, let's address the elephant in the room. Yes, I mean the price. It costs 17.49 here in UK or $17.99. Well, it is very expensive. But obviously, when you compare that with other folds in the market, whether it is the Huawei Mate X3 or the Vivo's Fold, they are kind of like a cheaper price when compared to the $17.99 which you pay. They are like at least about $400 to $500 cheaper when compared to what the Pixel Fold is. However, in the Western world, it's kind of similar when you compare that with the Samsung Z Fold 4. Some of the things which I really like are especially the outer screen is absolutely amazing. It's got a very flat screen, flat design, which is great to type in, and also the single-handed use is absolutely brilliant. In my opinion, the form factor is absolutely bang on. Well, the other good thing about this Google Pixel phone is actually the software. As I even mentioned to my friends earlier when I was having a conversation today, any phone, no matter how good they are in the hardware side of the phone, any phone is as good as a software. So if the phone has a brilliant hardware but has got a very poor software experience, the user experience becomes absolutely shambles. But in this one, it has got a good balance between a good hardware. Along with that, it's got a brilliant, I mean literally a brilliant Google software, which makes your user experience absolutely pleasant. And no matter what you throw at it, because it's got a Tensor G2 chipset, yes, some might argue saying that, oh, Tensor G2 chipset is not as fast as a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor. Yes, agreed, yeah, because that's what the Geekbench scores suggest. But again, in my experience using it for the past 4 days, I have been using it quite a lot, using different applications, running games or so many application cameras and videos and everything. Not a single time I had any kind of crashes or lags. The software experience has been absolutely smooth, and the Tensor G2 chipset handles everything what you throw at it absolutely without any issues at all. Everything just works flawlessly. However, even though the software is brilliant from Google, it has got shortcomings, especially in the app optimization, probably just because this one is a new addition to their Google ecosystem. Because of that, some of the apps are not optimized to use it on the Fold. So say, for example, if you use things like Instagram, for instance, you can actually see Instagram is either on this side of, so you double click on that, so it comes in center, or double click on the left. So it's not like a full screen. However, even if you do it like portrait, yes, it's quite manageable. But again, it doesn't fill the whole screen. The developers are working on it, and I'm pretty sure in the future updates, they might bring up a solution where it'll be filling up the whole screen. So that is one of the gripes. But again, there are certain ones, like even for instance, like YouTube Studio. If you just open up YouTube Studio, yeah, you can actually see the whole screen. But again, if you kind of like force close it, and if I want to open up in this orientation, if I open up that, there you go again, it comes in that side of the screen. I'm pretty sure this is just a software issue, software optimization part of it, which I'm sure Google will bring up software updates which will rectify that in the future. Yes, when you're talking about the Google Pixel, there is no denying the fact that it has got a big kind of a crease in the center. So no matter however you rotate it and things like that, you still see the crease. There are so many folds in the market, especially the Chinese manufacturers, whether it is Vivo X Fold 2 or the Huawei Mate X3, which have got crease in them, but not as noticeable. And there's also a big mention from a lot of people, even some of my friends have said, oh, the bezels and everything. Yes, they have got thick bezels. Yes, I completely agree. However, when you think about it, it's actually not a bad ploy. It's like a kind of like a double-edged sword. What I mean by that is, yes, you might say that the bezels are thicker, but sometimes when you're actually holding it, your palm actually rests on the edges of the bezel. And what happens is, because it's got a thicker bezels, you don't get any kind of accidental touches, which I would say, yeah, it's actually, it makes sense having a thicker bezel. And also because of that, you also get a good dedicated selfie camera, not like the one where in Samsung Galaxy Fold 4, where they have got they've got the cameras embedded in the screen, which actually completely kills the quality of the camera. You only get about 0.4 million pixels, if I'm not wrong. But at least in this one, you get very, very good selfie images, which are absolutely very, very good when compared to, yes, the Samsung Galaxy Fold 4. But what I've noticed in the last 4 days is, since I've been using it, honestly speaking, I do not look into these bezels at all, because as in 2-3 days time, you completely forget about the thicker bezels. It's there at all in the first place. You just completely ignore them because it just becomes a part of your user experience, and you don't even notice them in any instance. And the same thing goes for the deeper kind of like the crease. I can't stress it enough. The build quality of the phone is absolutely brilliant. It's got a very, very premium build quality, and also the hinges are very slim hinges, and it's just, everything just looks and feels premium. And there's not a single place where you can see that corners have been cut or anything like that. It's just a very, very good phone to hold as well. The form factor and the build quality, everything is absolutely top notch. Well, my initial impression regarding the cameras the day I unboxed it and 4 days on has in fact changed. The reason I would say it's changed is because the cameras are in fact good. I won't say it's in par with the cameras what you get in Google Pixel 7 Pro, as Google mentioned. However, the Google software after processing just works magic, or just works wonders. And well, certainly the sample pictures which I've taken, they have performed much better in some of the images which I've taken when I compared it to other flagship phones. So watch out for my next video regarding those pictures which I've taken. I've compared it to other flagship phones. You'll be pleasantly surprised. So stay tuned for that, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so you can be notified on my next videos. Next, talking about the hinges. The hinges actually are well made. It actually kind of like folds in any given angle where you want to. So there's no particular thing that you can actually open it up in any given angle, which actually makes a brilliant case if you are a person who likes to do any kind of video calling, or you want to watch the YouTube in flex mode. This is brilliant. Yes, the hinges are all well made and everything seems hunky-dory, absolutely brilliant. However, when you actually open it up, does it open flat or does it open 180 degrees? The answer is no. Straight away, if you open it, you can actually see it doesn't open 100 a full flat. You can actually see it's like opens like 176-ish, 178 kind of degrees. The only thing is you just need to give it a wee bit of push over there, and there you go. You can actually see it's completely flat. So I don't think it's a deal breaker in any way, certainly not for me. Well, the next thing which I want to touch up on is the battery life. And some of my friends also have been asking me, oh Saf, how's the battery life has been? Is it good, bad, blah, 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 and everything? To answer that question, yes, in my last 4 days of my usage, initially the first day, it was absolutely shambles. 4 days on, I think it started to learn my patterns, and it's kind of like being decent. I won't say the best of the best, like what you get in a Vivo X Fold 2 or a Huawei Mate X3. Yes, you certainly get a decent battery life. If you are a person who's going to be using the front display, which in my opinion is absolutely fantastic. In my usage in the last 4 days, I think I've been using the front display kind of like 80 to 90%. Is only when I'm actually want to read some articles or something, then boom, I open up the bigger screen. But apart from that, the front display itself is big enough, it's wider enough, and it's manageable. So you kind of do everything on the front display itself. In my daily use, I've been using to take a lot of pictures. I was using a lot of Gmails, taking phone calls, WhatsApp messages, and blah, blah, blah. Just like a regular user, I was using it. In my usage, I was getting typically about, say, 5 to 6 hours of screen on time, which in folding phone terms is actually decent. I won't class it, as I said, I won't class it as a best what you get in a Vivo X Fold 2 or a Huawei Mate X3, but definitely it's a decent battery life. So overall, it's been good so far. I'm still in the honeymoon phase. I'm still liking it. Well, as they say in the tech world, there is no fold or no phone which is absolutely perfect. This too has got positives and negatives. Thanks for staying this long and watching my video. Please, if you like it, please don't forget to comment and subscribe and to watch more content regarding whether it's Pixel Fold or other devices yet to come. So till then, stay safe and have a lovely day. Thank you.